Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Dan Beans classic. And I know this is technically a day late, but I had a crazy day yesterday, and by the time I got home and everything figured out, it was already like 11:30. No way, no how was I going to bed, going to work the next day and finishing everything I needed to get done. So I chose peace. I went to bed. I'm sorry. So double feature today. This one's probably releasing around 7, and then next one will release around 11. But anyways, my car got hit in the parking lot yesterday while I was at work. I'm okay, just to clarify, and the lady is okay, but it was just really unfortunate and unlucky. I was inside working, and I heard an ambulance, right? And then my manager was like, "Oh, someone forgot to put their car in park, and they ran themselves over, and it hit a car." And I was like, wow, that really sucks. I hope she's okay, and sucks to be that guy's car, I guess. Well, 10 minutes later, I get called to the front, and they're like, "Hey, you know that car that got hit?" And I had to hit I had to hit the little, like, I'll put it on screen, but it's like the little smiley dude, and then it turns into the concerned face. But anyways, hit one of those, and I was like, "It's my car, isn't it?" And he's like, "Yep." So yeah, they take me outside and they show me, and it really wasn't that bad. Honestly, I'm more concerned for her. I'm gonna be honest. I appreciate the thought process of trying to jump in front of it and stop it, but at the same time, I that didn't seem like the smartest decision. Obviously, you don't think clearly in that, but that's just the salty part of me. But it really isn't that bad. We exchanged insurance information. Well, nah, I didn't with her. The police gave me it because she had to be rushed to the hospital. She's okay though. It was just a minor foot injury, so that's good. But I guess I can officially say that my car has been in an accident. I would say that I've been in an accident, but I feel like that's disingenuous, even though that's definitely what the title says, and I'm clickbaiting a little. But it's just crazy. I I would have never thought that that would happen to me, and it like rolled. Like, if I got to see the footage on the security cameras, thankfully they have those, and it was honestly kind of funny because it literally looked like her car was looking specifically for my car. I mean, it crossed half the parking lot just to hit my car. Like, come on now. It looked like it was my car must have insulted it or something. I don't know. See, this is why I'm doing this. I need to practice. I'm losing my words and nothing's coming to my mind. But it was all crazy. I had to call my parents, everything like that. Then I just immediately went back inside and started working again. And then I worked till 10 p.m. And then I get home and I was so excited because I got these new monitor arms, and I was like, "Ooh, baby, this is gonna be awesome." Now my monitor doesn't have to be so low to the ground. I don't have to use this makeshift setup where I have my monitor stand sitting on an inflatable cat pool toy and two of my old yearbooks just so it's high enough so on stream my camera doesn't look like I'm melt maxing. But I go to hook up the monitor arms. Like, huh, this looks a little low. Surely they're height adjustable. Spoiler alert, they're not height adjustable. I had to learn that $50 for a monitor arm was actually extremely cheap, and I should not have expected. I don't know. I just thought monitor arms would be cheap, but I guess it makes sense. Monitors are typically heavy. That means better materials, better. They use like gas spring locks, whatever those are. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what I'm talking about. But no, so having to return that, bought different monitor arms, twice the price though. I'm not very happy. These go up to 21 inches, which I assume is going to be enough. 21 and a half inches to be exact. That sounds like it would be enough. So that's what we're going with. Hopefully these will be able to reach out. But back to the car thing. Now, here's what I don't know, and this is probably easily Googleable information, but like, does this actually depreciate the value of my car? Because I'll show pictures, like I said, of the damage. It really was not that bad. I mean, it's noticeable, but I feel like I don't think it's an expensive fix. But like, does an insurance company look at that and think, or like, if I went to trade my car and they're like, "Oh, technically you've been in an accident, so minus $5,000 of value," which is an exaggeration, but you get the point. And if so, that's kind of stupid, right? I guess I kind of get it, but like that's not my fault. I wasn't even in the car, dude. And now it's worth less because a lady forgot to put her car in park, and then her car traveled across the seven seas just to hit mine. And yeah, that would suck. And I assume that it does, but I don't know for sure. Like I said, probably easily Googleable information. Luckily, I've never been in any other car-related accidents. I've almost been in accidents, especially when I first started driving, just out of incompetence, high key. But I'm a lot better of a driver now, and I haven't had any close calls in a while. But honestly, driving scares the crap out of me. Just to keep it a buck, it horrifies me. Every time I'm on the road, my heart rate is constantly higher than resting. I don't know what it is, but something about driving these massive heavy hunks of metal and other people driving massive heavy hunks of metal and everyone just trusting everyone that we all know the rules, right guys? Then if I ever forget a rule or don't know what to do in a situation, I panic, and that's not good. You should never panic while driving. But it just scares me. The whole concept of it scares me. Anytime the most minor driving inconvenience happens, I tense up. My heart rate it, like spikes through the roof, and it's definitely a problem. But like I hate driving. If someone else is willing to drive, then I will gladly be a little passenger prince and sit in the passenger seat and be on my phone, talk, do whatever. I just don't like driving, and that's always been the case. So definitely something I need to work on because I mean you have to drive a lot. And when I go back to college this summer, I'm not staying on campus, so I'm literally going to have to drive everywhere, and it's a new place. Like I'm comfortable driving back home where I am right now because this is where I've always lived. I know these roads like the back of my hand. I'm pretty comfy with it, but I get to a new place, especially since it's technically in another state, but barely. I don't think it should count high key, but it sure does count for tuition. That's for sure. And I need to figure out why I'm so irrationally scared of driving. And getting my car rammed in a parking lot definitely does not help. Whole ride home, I was like, it was such a minor thing, but even though it wasn't minor, I was like, what if the car just stops working, or what if it just like freaking blows up right here right now? Not really, but exaggeration, hyperbole, and all that. And I'm just like driving is so stressful to me, and it definitely shouldn't be. And I even like honestly before I never really thought about it because before I learned to drive, like I'd be sitting in the passenger seat of someone's car and I would be nice and calm, easy peasy, like they know what they're doing. Now that I've drove before, if I'm sitting in the passenger seat, I'm tense the whole time, especially if the person I'm riding with is a bad driver, because I'm just thinking of every little thing that could go wrong, every minor inconvenience. I'm like, oh god, like putting my foot on the brakes. Also, pet peeve of mine, people who wait to the last minute to start braking actually are like the bane of my existence. I was driving home yesterday and I was already on edge, and I have a green light, and they were going so fast before stopping at their red light. I genuinely thought it was a four-way stop and it was their turn because they were blitzing through it. And now mind you, it had been green for a minute, so there's no way it was yellow and they just needed to slow down. But I stopped near dead in the middle of the road because they're going full speed and they don't stop until the last 2 feet before the, like, it was, maybe I was just on edge and I'm being dramatic, but that's what it felt like to me. But anyways, people who stop at the very last second, yeah, you're the bane of my existence. Same with people who ride tails. Like genuinely, I'm already going, like, I'm a little goody two shoes. I at most will go 7 miles per hour, and that probably makes me someone annoying to drive around. But I don't want a speeding ticket, and I'm already scared enough as is with driving, let alone speeding. So I'm worried about that and art being behind the wheel. But I sit in the right lane. I'm never in the left lane. I feel like 7 miles per hour is a respectable speed for you to get off my tail and just like 2 second rule, bro. Like maybe this one is on me, and if it is, feel free to tell me. But like in my opinion, I think 7 miles per hour is completely respectable, and that's as fast as I'm willing to go, unless I'm following flow of traffic and it's clearly faster than that. Because I mean, I'm not gonna be the one that gets pulled over. Anyways, look, that's time up for me. This was another Dan Beans classic. Hope you all enjoyed. See you tonight, I guess. Bye bye.